What's up guys, Grenade.Chef here, and today I'm going to bring you a video about how to prepare for patch 1.6 in the last stand for Division. Now I know I said I was going to bring a lot of videos during the PTS. Everything was changing, every video idea I had, the idea would then get nerfed in game, and I just couldn't make any videos that were actually going to stick. I did make a lot of last stand content, recorded quite a few games during that, but then I had a problem with my PC and I had to reinstall Windows and I lost all of my files, so that was a bit of a bitch. But nevertheless, patch 1.6 is just around the corner. They have actually sent the update to Microsoft and Sony to get approval, so that shouldn't take long and we'll have it to update. Now, first thing I'd recommend doing is go hit that Phoenix credit cap of 2000. As soon as 1.6 comes out, you're going to want to go and spam a lot of caches. During the PTS you could actually buy exotic caches, so I don't know if they're going to bring that as an option. Don't know how much they'd be, or even if it will be a thing. Who knows. Also, it's good to obviously have it. The cap is being increased to 5,000 anyway, so if you have the 2,000 and then go and buy like a load of caches, like normal ones, to get Phoenix credits, you're not going to let them go to waste. You're going to let them increase, and then who knows, you might even hit the 5k cap. Now moving on, we have the named weapons and the named gear pieces. Now the named weapons, I'd highly recommend going out, buy as many of the ones. If you look on the website you can see the patch notes of what they're changing to, because obviously every named weapon is going to get a unique talent now, so choose whichever ones you prefer the liking of, go out and buy them. I'd recommend buying more than one, because I believe the top 2 talents will get a random roll, so you'd prefer to have a few just to make sure, see what your luck is. Hopefully you might get at least one of them with the talents you need or would want. Now with the named gear pieces, I'd say just stop farming them. You're going to get exotic caches a lot. I believe the legendary missions now do that. You get an exotic from every legendary one. The weekly caches are changing to exotic, and I believe if you stack up on them now, they will change into an exotic cache, so that's an easy exotic for day 1 launch. Now why am I saying stock up on all the named weapons but not on the gear? That is because I'm currently after the short bow knee pads. Now after 1.6, armour is no more. They have completely removed armour. I'll explain it in a sec. With 1.6, if I get short bow knee pads, regardless of what's on it, I'm going to be relatively happy with it. Whereas, for example, if they didn't sell the historian at base, I could eventually spend so long finally getting the historian, and then when I get it, it could have 2 really shocking talents on it that are just completely useless, only able to reroll one away, and again that's 1 talent just going to complete waste. Right, now what am I going on about armour is no longer here. Armour is still a base roll on all of your gear, it's just now you can no longer reroll and recalibrate armour as an attribute. It's just your base roll, so everyone is pretty much at a level playing field when it comes down to armour mitigation and how much damage they've been taking off from what the actual damage should be. Now I'm going to put on the screen here a screenshot of all this information. I'm going to go through it now. It's just a lot to take in and it can get quite confusing, so I'm going to put it on screen now and we'll just sort of go through it. Basically, if you had a native armour bonus which has not been recalibrated, it will be turned into health. If you've recalibrated into the armour bonus, the recalibration will be reset and you'll be given back the initial bonus of when the item was first acquired. So if it first had skill haste and you rerolled armour onto it, you'll get given skill haste back. If you have a native health bonus, it will be turned into resist all. If you have recalibrated health into knee pads, the health roll will remain. If you've recalibrated the health bonus in a chest piece with no native armour roll on this, the health will remain. If you've recalibrated health bonus in a chest piece with a native armour roll, the recalibration will be reset, as otherwise you'll end up with 2 health bonuses. If you've recalibrated health bonus in any other piece, the recalibration will reset, I guess giving you back, say, skill haste if you previously had that prior to the recalibration. Quick side note while we're on the topic of recalibration, unique talents on exotic weapons cannot be recalibrated. However, the 3 talents on certain exotics, for example the Liberating Centurion and the Ear and Hilda, the two sets aren't actually the free talent that gets the talent. It's hard to explain, but it's almost like a gear set. You have to have both of them for the talent to become active. So the actual third talent slot, you can actually reroll for whatever, only on them 4 exotics. Now, all this being well and good, but what gear sets should you actually start stacking up on and trying to get a good build for day 1 release of patch 1.6? Now personally, I'm liking the looks of Striker, and also Reclaimer has also become very good. Striker hasn't changed, but I've always found that to be a very useful set as long as you can get the hits away. And Reclaimer has become a full out healer build for your team, but it also works very well with solo play. There are certain builds that are the sort of the meta at the moment, but they're not going to be very good afterwards. That being Predator's Mark. The bleed effect has changed now. You only make them move a bit slower by 10% for the bleed time. They can still run, and the 10% is not noticeable at all. So Predators, it's going to die out very soon. It won't take long for people to realise. Now, skill power has become a huge thing that you must at least invest some points in. I carried over my normal character from PC into the PTS. Now I think he had about 115k skill power, which at the moment is a relatively okay skill power to have if you're running a DPS build or so. But in 1.6 that will not be enough to do anything at the state of what it is. When I carried him over, I tried using a heal and it didn't even do half a bar, which completely threw me off at the time, and I got killed because I thought it was going to be enough, and the guy just melted through me. Now I'm pretty sure this was just with a specialised backpack on, and I think I might have been using Barrett's chest piece as well. With 1.6 coming out, you're at least going to want one thing rolled in electronics, maybe even 2, depending on how well you want it to work, or if you're okay with it being very mediocre. Now I think that pretty much wraps up this video. I think that's all the information you're going to pretty much need to go ahead and prepare for 1.6. Looking at the audio waves there, I had noticed the time while recording this. It is very late here at the UK at the moment, and a lot of people in the house are trying to sleep. So during this the recording of this, I've started to speak a little bit quieter, and the mic has just slowly become a little bit closer to my mouth. So I think every time I've said any word containing the letter P, I think I've just butchered my mic. So apologies for that. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Much love guys, peace.